To Valhalla! To Valhalla!
Hello you guys, I'm about to spend 100 days here in Norway as a Viking. Watch me plunder and raid villages and explore this world and its secrets. There's a lot of things to do and see. Not only am I going to fight Vikings, I'm also going to fight against the cold, unforgiving Norwegian climate. I will just let you guys know, the winters here are extremely rough. And I just gotta beg you guys, please drop a like and subscribe, as it would help my video and my channel so extremely much. Way more than you think. And a comment? Ooh, I love that. Leave a comment saying something like the Vikings were actually nice people. I don't know. I don't think they actually were. But before we begin, I would like to provide with proper credit. All of the Viking music that I've used is from the composer Danheim. Really talented guy. The original map creator is by the talented Johnny Boy. He got some great maps on Planet Minecraft. And this world has been populated and modified by my friend Croppet. And you can download this exact map with all the structures via my Patreon. As a big thank you for supporting me, all of the links are provided in the description. Now, please enjoy. My journey started on a shipwreck. No idea what happened here. I was the sole survivor. Let's just pretend my family was on board and they all got murdered. That is why I'm on a hunt to plunder and kill Vikings. But yeah, I've already managed to find some good loot right away and I made my way to shore.
Alright, we have arrived at a Viking village here. We have a guy like killing a lot of slime. There's so many slimes here. Who knew Norway was full of slimes?
I was right next to a small village, but it was completely infested with slimes. There was even a non-Viking looking person fighting them, and he wanted me dead.
Oh, he's coming for me. Okay. You don't look like a Viking, but what is your deal? Alright, first fight then. This guy here. Oh my goodness. Alright, retreat. That guy was crazy. One hit and I almost killed me. Oh my goodness, I'm being chased. Oh my goodness. Oh, this guy's still coming for me.
Luckily for me, that guy disappeared. Or so I thought. He is still here, and we will find him later. So I continued where he left off and fought off the slimes. Then I took shelter in one of the buildings here and did some inventory management. Are you guys looking forward to see my future raids? Yes? Then say it with me. Raid Shadow Legends! Yes, this video is sponsored by the insanely popular and great mobile game Raid Shadow Legends. I'm gonna lose my tongue talking about this since there's so much great content. My first starter champion was this Viking orc. He's a large brute with 2 axes, just my style. And look at him go! He just sliced those enemies, no problem. And you know what's really cool? I just started playing, but I have somehow already managed to get a couple of Viking looking champions. That is very fitting, and whenever I get like an English looking champion or something, I just sacrificed him in a tavern to boost the level of my Viking orc. What I really love about Raid is that the game delivers. It's free to play, easy to get into, it looks amazing, especially for a phone game. I mean, just look at that, I can move the camera around, that is so cool. And you know what? The game is just a lot of fun. Raid has so much content. And did you guys know there's over 600 champions? And not only that, there's multiple bosses to defeat. And let me tell you about this one guy. His name is Malek Kavar, and he's the guardian of the Void Keep. He actually used to be a nice guy, a priest even, but then he got exiled and then mastered the magic of the Void. In other words, that guy is a crazy person, and he will release poison upon you and your team. So just be careful when fighting him, if you don't want your entire team to be wiped out in an instant. As I said, Raid keeps getting updated, and there's gonna be a Halloween event with ton of activities and rewards. So don't wait and begin playing today. New players can scan my QR code on your screen or use the link in the description to download Raid and receive great rewards. You'll get 1 energy refill, 1 XP boost, 200,000 silver, 1 ancient shard to summon a champion, and finally you will get the epic hero Shunuru. Do it quickly as this offer is only available for the next 30 days. The treasure is waiting for you right here. And while you're at it, look me up and join my clan. Again, a huge shout out to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. During the night, I have attracted a bunch of slimes, and I was worried that the entire map will be completely infested with them. That is something I didn't want. So I went ahead and disabled the slimes from spawning, and I killed off the rest of them. I explored the village further, and I checked out a scouting tower, fought against some Viking archers.
Oh, I got someone shooting at me already. Ah, this is Norway! Oh my goodness, he survived. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. You're gonna die. There we go. You did.
Not only do I need to take care of my hunger, I must also make sure I'm not thirsty. So I went down to the beach to gather some sand to make water bottles for myself. The next morning I felt good, and as I walked out the door, something happened.
Oh my goodness, look at all this.
Yeah, I got freaking attacked by dirty little rats. And not only that, these damn rats gave me a disease. I was not prepared for this, and I managed to spread the disease to the villagers.
Oh my goodness. Close the door, close the door. Oh, who keeps opening the door? Are you opening it? Oh my god, he's infested. Stop opening the door. Jeez.
Then I learned that there was a trader here, and I could buy things from him like chicken spawn eggs. That will be very useful for me when I want to make arrows. I didn't mention this before, but currently it's midsummer. Yeah, I know it doesn't look like it, but it really is. So I won't have to worry about my temperature. But when it comes to winter, oh man, yeah, that won't be good for me.
Oh my goodness, look at me. Look what the rat did. Oh my goodness, who shot? Asshole, you know that?
Anyway, I kept spreading the plague, very good stuff. But yeah, I have more or less taken over the entire village. There's just one Viking soldier left, and I decided to make him sick and hopefully kill him.
Oh, he's sick. He's sick now. I got him. I got him. Oh, he's a good fighter. I got him. He's dead. I killed the Norseman. I killed the Viking. Norska lumberjack. You wanna fight me? You look like 4. Is that you named 4? I'm second guessing everything right now. Oh, I got him. Oh my goodness, that was scary.
For being on only day 3, I've already collected a bunch of good items. I'm off to a very good start. During sunset, I saw another much bigger village. I bet there's many more Vikings there, so I won't be going there right away. My current goal right now is to get my hands on a bow and a few arrows. So I went into the forest to search for spiders, but I saw a donkey and I wanted to ride it. But of course, I ended up giving it the plague instead. I'm a real good guy. But yeah, I found some spiders and I got the strings from them and I crafted a bow.
Hunting chickens.
Deeper in the forest, there was a mysterious house or structure, so I went to check it out. I was so frightened. And I imagined like Odin himself would come out and kill me. But luckily for me, there was nobody inside, just some loot including a broken bow with an enchantment. Before the day was over, I went around and explored the village more. There were many animal farms and a bunch of coal. This was a great village to start in. Here's something that will never happen again for the rest of the video. My temperature was too high and I was nearly burning. But yeah, at this point I don't think there's anything left for me in this village and I'm ready to conquer the rest of Norway. And to do that I could need a travel companion. So I found a donkey again from before and made it mine. Off I go, but I didn't make it very far. We fall into a deep river and I was struggling to get the donkey out of it. But after some time we made it and I got to the other side of the forest. And we came upon a deserted village. It wasn't totally deserted though. There were some bad Viking guys here.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm being chased by a guy on a horse. Leave my donkey alone. Oh, I killed his horse. There we go. Okay, donkey, sit. Oh my goodness, there's a polar bear in here. And a creeper.
Polar bear didn't seem aggressive, but just to be sure, I decided to kill it.
In the name of the great Jarl Robert, a bounty has been placed to find and kill the sneaky UG. Hey, that's me! UG is me. Who did this? Did I do this or did Robert do this?
Before tucking into bed, I admired the beautiful northern light. So nice. In the morning, I continued my journey. I followed the river up the hill and I was stopped by a huge border wall.
Oh man, yeah, this is I don't think they will let me pass it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, look at all the Vikings. Alright, I'm out.
They didn't even want to discuss my entry, they just wanted me dead. That is Vikings for you. So instead I made a little bridge over the river to make it easier to move the donkey. Then I came upon a tall tower, guarded by some angry men.
They're fist fighting me. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Those were some Vikings for sure.
I made it into the tower, and there was an enchantment table there. That will come in handy later. Some floors above, I found a guy living here. He was just holding a book, and honestly, I have no idea what that guy was about. Running some sick laboratory up here. So I just stole some of his stuff and left. Really close, I found a cabin with a Viking man protecting it. It was getting late, and I had to kill the man and take shelter in his home for the night. Armor aside, look at me. I'm rocking a Viking shield and an axe. Doesn't get much better than that. So my current objective now is to find some gravel so that I can get flint and craft more arrows.
A wolf! Yes!
This is amazing. I've made a new friend. And I'm also very close to that robber village. Man, I'm gonna go there soon and I'm gonna kill the guy living there. But I kept on searching for gravel and I got the stone achievement first now, 7 days later.
Alright, where did a donkey go? Hey, get off my donkey! What in the world is going on here? He's riding it! Get off my donkey! What? Hello? Excuse me?
What the hell is this? Look at that giant bat. It has stolen my donkey. Jeez. I thought my donkey was gone there. I don't feel confident enough to take on the robbers village yet, so instead I went up the mountain. And I came to a very strange place. Ah yes, very strange. It was an abandoned mine.
Oh my goodness, what type of horse is that? Oh my goodness, do not do not enter mine, danger. Oh my goodness. Screw you, sign. I'm going in.
Suddenly though, I had a vision. A vision from Odin himself. He showed me that the floor inside was slippery, and I have to make sure that I don't fall and die. Thanks, Old Father. Thanks for guiding me. It was getting late, so I took a few seconds to embrace the cold night before the monsters started spawning. The next morning, I came over more warning signs.
Whoever may read this, turn back now. Leave this village if you know what's better for you. That gas, that mustard. I have managed to barricade the entrance to the mines, but I still hear them. They come from me. Those eyes. Those blue eyes.
This must have been written by some crazy person. Blue eyes? Almost everyone here in Norway has blue eyes. Silly. Then I just looked around the village, found even a graveyard here. Perhaps this is where Bjorn Ironside lies. Let us not disturb him. If I'm going to kill all the people at the wall, I'm gonna need more arrows. I'm sure there's some good loot here with the polar bear. Also, I can't help it. The polar bear looks hilarious. He seems so disappointed or unimpressed with me. Look at that face.
Burning axe. Oh, that is some good items right there.
It was already getting late, so I took shelter in one of these buildings again. So the next day, I decided to go down to the mine. Big mistake, I tell you.
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Get out of here, get out of here, get out of here. There's too many. There's too many. There's too many. There's too many. Oh my god, my dog, my dog, my dog, my dog.
The blue eyes were real. We got White Walkers down there. I can't let them escape the mine.
No, wolf was slain by Viking 1.
Please, have a moment of silence with me. My new wolf had been murdered by a Viking. I barely knew my wolf, but he has already managed to touch my heart. So I went down there to get my revenge, and I killed all of those White Walkers. It was terrifying, but a true Viking has no fear. This mine was filled with all types of monsters. Finally, I made it down to the mine. Almost all of the mobs were dead by my hands, but I fell down to a creeper. And right before it exploded, Heimdall used the Bright Falls and teleported me back up to the top of the mine. Phew, that was very kind of him. He got me right out of that pickle. I had to pay with some experience points, but it was worth it. In the morning of day 10, I figured I was done with these mines, and I wanted to go somewhere else. But the most annoying person was waiting for me on the outside.
This is getting out of hand.
Not only was there one, but there were two rat persons, playing the music of the plague. Okay, so I have some concerns. First and foremost, summer is almost over, and I'm going to need some warmer clothes. Also, my inventory is completely full, so I need to find out how to craft a backpack. Therefore, I decided to ride back to the first village I spawned in. All of these rivers are extremely deep, and I can't ride over them, so I quickly made a bridge down with those destroyed buildings that we were in earlier. Luckily for me, there was already a sheep and a wheat farm here. So I collected some wheat, and of course, I replanted the seed. I might be a Viking, but I'm not a savage. Then I went ahead and feeded the sheep so that they would reproduce. I haven't found any flint yet, so I figured I could make the arrows out of iron instead. So I began mining into the mountain.
Oh, I got him, I got him. Hey, I killed him. I got a diamond.
Okay, so we are on day 11 now, and I killed one of those diamond crabs. This is a great method of getting diamonds. I don't know what to say. If I can get many of them, it kind of feels like an exploit. This is maybe a too great of a method of getting diamonds. Then I had a moment of clarity. Why spend time catering to the sheeps and make them have babies and all that stuff when I have like a bunch of sails made out of wool right there at the beach? So I went down there to collect the wool, and I crafted some warmer clothes.
Oh my goodness, what happened to my face? This looks so terrible on me.
Okay, so yesterday I spent some time trying to figure out how to make a backpack. And to craft the backpack, I'm going to need a special type of book. A personal book for me. A research book. And to make that book, I will need paper. So I went searching for paper. I figured that tower we were in earlier with the enchantment table, perhaps I could take some of the books and turn the books into paper. But apparently that is not okay. So what did I do? Nothing. I went up the mountains and I managed to lose my donkey.
I cannot believe this donkey. Where did it just go? Donkey, where are you?
If you thought this was the first time I lost my donkey, it is not. But what makes this one special is that I couldn't find it for the longest time. This donkey really didn't want to be with me. But I found it and I climbed the mountain further. And I noticed a very strange looking rock. Very strange shape. So I went to investigate it. Figured that there must be something cool up there. I mean, I don't know. That doesn't seem like a natural cliff, you know? But there was nothing there. At least I got a good view and I decided to sleep up here. Since I've managed to collect some more arrows, I decided to attack the border wall again. It didn't take long before I was out of arrows again. There's just too many of them. I'm gonna need like full stack of arrows. Just a couple of ones won't do. So I returned to the spawn village again and I crafted myself a boat. I would like to investigate the rob village and I figured I can do that by water. This was a very well defended village. It's going to be really difficult to kill Robert. Suddenly though, one of the archers fell into the water and I decided to seize the opportunity and kill him. You know what? And then nothing else happened. Nope, nothing. I just rolled back to the spawn village and I slept there. Don't even question it. I don't want to hear it, okay? You saw nothing on day 13, okay? So the next morning I bought feathers from the Norska villager guy. So if I manage to get some flint or iron, I'm ready to make the arrows. But I wanted to go somewhere else, so I left. But I forgot to bring with me my shield. So I had to return back to the spawn village and get the shield and then go out again. I wanted to know what was beyond the border wall. So instead of going through it, I just went around it. And I came upon a small village in the woods. And I was welcomed by a Viking. He stabbed me right in the chest. Really nice guy. So I used my new burning axe that I found in the mine earlier. I gotta say, this is a new favorite weapon of mine. The village was well protected. There were way more Vikings that I've ever encountered before. And I kept on fighting them. All of them. Until nightfall. I had to take shelter in one of these homes here. And I believe right now, summer's over. Summer's done. No more summer. We are now in autumn, and it's already getting very cold. And trust me when I say this, winter is coming. I had plans to go to sleep, but I had hypothermia. I was constantly getting damaged by the cold. I couldn't feel my fingers or toes anymore. Apparently, I haven't made enough warm clothes. And this campfire is fake. Fake campfire. This campfire is not providing me with any warmth. A torch is warmer than that campfire. I didn't know what to do. I just tried not to die, because, you know, I haven't died yet, so I want to keep that going. But I still had hypothermia and it wouldn't stop. Due to this, I was awake for the entire night. Words have gotten around, and I had people waiting for me on the outside. I went out there to negotiate their death. Apparently, I was becoming really popular around here, and I had Vikings coming after me all over the place. During one of my epic Viking battles, I fell, but here's the thing. I didn't die. It was all an illusion crafted by the trickster Loki. He's been watching me with great interest, and he wanted me to fulfill my destiny as the new king of Norway. So yeah, I never died and an intense battle resumed as I tricked a few of them into the river and executed them right there. They kept coming from me, and they got me surrounded on a rooftop. Big mistake as I had the high ground. But the Vikings outnumbered me, so I had to fall back.
Oh my goodness, so many. It's too many. It's too many. It's way too many. Oh my goodness, I did not know that.
The battle rages on the next day, and I have now trapped one of them in the river. No wait, I have trapped two of them. Stupid Vikings. Their death is just a matter of seconds. Then I finally met a worthy opponent. The Berserker Viking. Running at me with an axe in each hand. This guy is no joke. As I blocked his attack, my shield was temporarily disabled. To kill him, I brought him down to the river where I killed all the Vikings apparently. That's it. I am now the ruler, the jarl of this village. But it's not enough. I want more. I shall be king of Norway. I noticed that there were a chest cart here in this village. Since I don't have a backpack yet, I figured this would be a good second option for me. So I spent some more time just plundering the village, found a few things, and after doing that I went into the forest to see what else I might find. And wow, I came to the capital of Norway. If I were to step 1 foot inside there, well, they would punish me and do the Blood Eagle execution. And if you don't know what it is, don't find out. So I decided to follow the coast in the other direction.
Look at this. I have a feeling that... Oh my goodness.
Okay, that's new. We now got Vikings on polar bears. I barely got myself out of there. But look at this. Look at this majestic white horse. This is the horse the Valkyries would ride on. A perfect horse for a Viking man like me. If I'm being honest, the donkey smelled really bad and it wasn't even fast. Not a great travel companion. So let us say goodbye to the donkey. Leave a comment in the comment section saying, goodbye donkey, bye bye, thanks for everything. I love this new horse. It is twice as fast. And I rode back to the spawn village to store some of my items from the recent raid. Then I simply just continue mining, searching for iron. It's a beautiful new day here in Norway. I spent most of the day just doing boring stuff like inventory management, crafting clean water, melting iron and so on. But also, you know those diamond crabs? They were extremely easy to catch and kill with the horse. That's about it for day 19. We are now on day 20. I have crafted a few more arrows, including a couple of diamond arrows. And to be even cooler than that, I've also crafted myself a diamond bow. And tomorrow, I am attacking the wall again. Those people are as good as dead. Okay, so I told you that we were going to attack the wall, right? But I got the plague again, and I don't want to give it to my new horse. Then I almost lost my hand. I was not aware that there were sharks in these waters. Sometime later I outlived the plague and had some sunshine left. So I attacked the wall, and I did a fine job of thinning out the herd of Vikings. I believe I managed to kill over 10 archers before the sun went down. However, the next day was more difficult for me as the soldiers came out with shields and swords. And not only that, I had hypothermia. So there was a lot of things for me to deal with at once. But after doing some fighting, I had a genius idea. And hear me out. What if I got one of the archers to shoot one of the polar bears here? As I tried to execute my little plan, I had to stop. There were simply too many ground troops, and even another crazy berserker. With a heavy heart, I have to announce that the wall people will live another day. I was completely out of arrows once more, so I have to take a break from attacking the wall people. It's very easy to tell that we are in autumn now. Just look how red and brown the trees are. It looks really nice. I decided to return to the mine, since last time I just left there without doing much looting. There were just a few more white walkers down there, and I killed them with ease. As I entered the actual mine, I quickly sealed all of the holes and placed torches to avoid having mobs spawning. And would you look at that? Look at all of the iron. And there was also a bunch of coins. I'm a rich Viking. Very glad I returned here. The next day I had another moment of stupidity. I decided to travel back to the small village beyond the wall to buy one of those shredders from the trader there. Once again, I have forgotten that I can get the wool from the sails. But yeah, I bought a bunch of shredders and I returned to the spawn village and shredded the sheep there. Then I crafted a bunch of arrows and basically just prepared myself to attack the wall again. Somehow I have managed to receive the plague again, and I was foolish enough to still attack the wall early in the morning. You guys remember my last plan with the polar bear? Yeah, it worked. And the polar bear attacked the Vikings, but there were some side effects. I got distracted and I didn't see the berserker coming for me. Since I had the plague, my health was much lower than normal and the berserker got me. But due to the polar bear distracting the Vikings, I managed to crawl away to safety. I ate some bread and I survived. Whew, I was very lucky there. The battle resumed as I wanted my honor back. I can't have these Vikings walking around saying they defeated the great unsorted, the undying. I don't know, is that a good nickname for me? Or maybe unsorted, the child's bearer. I kill everything and everyone besides children. I don't know. What would be a fitting Viking nickname for me? Anyway, the sun was going down and I took shelter inside the mountain. As I woke up, I did my final attack on the wall. There were very few left. I must have killed over 30 men and women there. It didn't take long before I was the last man breathing at the wall. And to finish my raid, I looted all the things of value here. One of the better things I found was a diamond horse armor and something called a food bundle. That is going to be very useful later in the video. I returned to the mine once more, and just by a happy accident I found another mine. There were just a couple of regular mobs down there, and I killed them all.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, never mind. There was actually a bunch of sneaky White Walkers there too. They just waited for the perfect time to strike. To keep it short, I killed all of them, and just look at all the great loot down here. Bunch of ores including diamond, and the chest here had even better items. Just look at this. Different diamond armor, bunch of iron, and even an infinity enchantment book. Best raid I've done so far. Next morning I went down to the tower with the enchantment table and I picked it up along with some books. And I returned to the spawn village and I transferred one of the houses down there to an enchantment house. Once I was more or less complete, I was going to use it. Then I realized that to use an enchantment book, I must use an anvil. No problem. There's already an anvil here in the village, so I'm good. And now, I have an infinite amount of arrows with this bow. That is a game changer. I still wanted to use the enchantment table. Wait, no, what? Did I give an enchantment to a nearly broken pickaxe? Why did I do that? In just a couple of more days, we will enter winter. So I spent some time preparing by getting more wool from the sheep farm. I'm sorry, I don't know how I managed to forget about the sales. But I also did something more exciting. I crafted some explosive arrows. Robert won't know what hit him. Then I finally saw him. It's been nearly 30 days. You guys remember the non-looking Viking that killed all the slimes? Well, here he is. He's been hiding behind his chest for the entire time. Right outside the house I've slept in. But I cannot believe that guy. We are on day 30 and I left this village once again. And this time, I'm coming for Robert and his village. I'm gonna dethrone that guy. For this upcoming raid, I'm going to need something new and better. Using some of the steel ores that I've collected, I crafted a proper Viking axe. This thing here is extremely powerful. One swoosh, or maybe two swooshes, they go down. Right before I was about to go in there, I heard a wolf. It needed my help, and I got it out of the cold river and warmed its heart with my kindness. Then I saw another one longer up the river. Yes, the wolf gang is back. Then, the raid on Robert's village began.
Hey, keep the door open. Keep the door open so I can shoot through. No. Nice, wolves. Good work.
It was getting dark, but I fought as long as I could.
Forget about that man. The sharks can have him. Get away. This is my home now.
You will not believe what happened to that Viking in the morning.
Or he's killing the zombies. How could he? Oh! He's been eaten by a shark! Oh my goodness. Oh, you're done for. Oh my goodness.
I also found out something interesting. Apparently there seems to be some internal conflict within Robert's village. I guess some of these guys aren't too happy with their job. But this doesn't change anything for me. I want them all dead. So I cleared out the watchtower. And before going down to kill the rest, I wanted to show off my destructive power. So I let my explosive arrows loose. I was deep within the village now, and I had Vikings coming left and right from me. But they were no match against me and my wolves. Robert's village was not a nice place. They regularly hung villagers and even put them into cages. Robert is a sick animal, but those days are over soon. I will free the villagers here. After I was more or less done killing all the Viking soldiers in the village, I looted around. And finally I found some paper. Yes, now I can craft that special book that I need to make other things, such as a backpack. After crafting the book, I looked around and more Vikings appeared.
Oh, we got some people. Oh my goodness. My wolves are taking care of them. Be careful for sharks. There are sharks in the water, doggies. Come back. Come back. I don't... Alright, you got him. Nice. Good work. Get out of the ocean. Wolf is slain by shark. No. No! How could you? No! I told you guys about it. Oh.
Losing both of my wolves like that was really sad. They were great to have around, but I cannot let this stop me. So I continue where I left off yesterday.
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness.
Man, having a Viking riding a polar bear towards you is no fun. I stayed inside the house and made a couple of holes around so that I can shoot the polar bear. Once it died, I went out there and finished off the Viking. I went back to the tower where he came from to see what else I might find there. And another Viking came charging out. No match against me.
Told you were tough, huh? Told you would scare me off? I'm a Viking. Ooh, good stuff right there. A lot of coins. I'm a rich man.
There were many guys waiting for me at the top. Then I had this old guy chasing me down with a book. What was he trying to do? Shove Christianity in my face?
Are you trying to hit me with a book? You're actually trying to hit me with the book. Look at me. I have a freaking arrow in my neck. You think this is a time to joke? Huh? Think this is a good time to joke? Huh? Huh? Okay, so there should be one more person in here with a... I think it's a berserker, and they are not very friendly. Or is that a worker? Berserker. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness! Okay, so I died again. No, I didn't die. Not sure what happened there. He's chasing me, 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 he's chasing me. He stopped chasing me. That was his biggest mistake.
I went up to the tower in the morning and found some really great loot. Really good stuff. I have nearly freed this entire village. Only thing left now is to deal with the people on the boat and inside the longhouse where Robert is hiding. I looked around and checked out the farm and spent some time with the Norska iron forger. But it's time for me to deal with Robert, so I entered his domain. I was greeted by some Vikings right away. They didn't scare me, and I killed all of Robert's guards outside. I went inside the longhouse, and they were all waiting for me. The battle was long and there was much blood and death, but I had to call it. It was getting dark, and I was about to get hypothermia again.
Well, look at the northern lights, it's so beautiful.
Apparently, Robert had sent out a scout to find me and kill me. So loyal, so sad. I was back inside the longhouse, killed a few, and then I found him. I found Jarl Robert, hiding in his sleeping chamber.
That is Robert. Robert, you're gonna get it, you know? Open the door, Robert. Oh, he hit me good there. Robert is insane. Here we go, Robert. You're dying. Oh my goodness. There we go. Robert is dead. Robert is dead.
I did it. Jarl Robert is dead. And his kingdom is mine. All of his belongings and items are now mine by law. Even his wife here. I will treat her better than he ever could. So yeah, I explored my new palace. But I kept hearing some noises. Turns out, there was a single Viking left in the loft with all of their harvest. I left the longhouse early in the morning because I was very thirsty. And it was a beautiful morning here in Kim's village. The people have never been happier. Winter is even upon us. But these people here know I will provide them with shelter, food and warmth. But I found my horse again, and I decided to explore the area around here, also seeing things from a different perspective. Then I saw something odd, a frozen lake with a basket. What is this place? A tribute of some sort? And there was a book here.
I pay tribute to the old gods, Thor and Odin. I hope they rain justice upon the tyrant Jarl Rob. I killed Rob. I hope someone will free those imprisoned forces worked in his mines. To any of the brave souls which will be recalled. Come to the Wobba Tower in the mountain above Jorvik. Where's Jorvik?
I honestly can't remember anyone in those mines, and if they were there, I have definitely killed them. I am clueless of what they're trying to tell me, so I just ignored it. Shortly after, I found the worst kind of people. Englishmen. Christians here in Norway. I cannot allow them to breathe our air. It is a new day, and we have officially entered winter. Yes, we are in early winter, and it's colder than ever. I returned to the Englishman's camp and killed the last ones there. In their camp there was a note from the king.
By this... how do you even pronounce that? By this three... My goodness, I'm not an Englishman. Of King Sean. King Sean? Are you joking me? You are hereby ordered to retrieve the artifact from the abandoned mustard mines. Travel to the land of sneaky unsorted savages and reclaim the king's prize for the kingdom of Forge.
Kingdom of Forge? That guy sent Englishmen to my shores? What artifact? I don't remember any artifacts in mine. I continued traveling up the mountains to see what else I might find. And wow, look at this thing. What is it? Looks like a huge sword. There were some Vikings outside and I shot them. Then I wanted to get a closer look, but it was clear to me, something wasn't right here. It sounded like there was a million people inside. Just listen to the noises.
What is going on? Oh my god, where did my horse go?
It was getting darker and I had hypothermia again, so I jumped back on my horse and went back to the village. I didn't do too much the next day besides making a bridge over to the boat to kill the only bad Vikings left there. Fighting for my life and having hypothermia is no good. Turns out there were way more people on board than I expected. Even when I'm inside this longhouse, I'm still not getting any warmer. I needed to make something that would actually provide heat, as these campfires inside are only for decoration. At least the next day I killed everyone on the boat, but there weren't anything too amazing on board. But there was a freaking spy in my longhouse. Look at the sneaky guy up there. Are you joking me? This winter is extremely rough. Even with some warmer clothes, I still get hypothermia, even while being indoors. But I finally crafted some important crafting benches. On these benches, I can learn new recipes and make some cool things like the backpack. I had to learn as I went along, but I placed my book inside the research bench and started learning new things. And to actually learn something, I must add certain items. And one of those items was paper. And there's basically no paper to be found in this world. To avoid having hypothermia, I made a quick bonfire. But then, yeah, this happened.
Oh no, oh no, 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 no. Oh no, 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 I'm burning down my castle, I'm burning down my castle, I'm burning down my castle, I'm burning down castle. I'm burning it down, I'm burning, oh my goodness, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh my goodness, this is not good. Oh my god, it goes so fast.
I really tried to stop the fire from spreading, but it was nearly impossible. And before I could even gather my thoughts, half of the roof was missing. And I had to give up. I simply had to give up. Oh, and I promised these people here that I would provide them with shelter and warmth. Now, they don't even have their longhouse, and all of the food that they have harvested for the winter burned up. Maybe Robert weren't so bad. As you guys have seen, winter is really cold, and apparently there were no sheep in this village. So I jumped on a boat and rowed back to the spawn village, and shredded my sheep there. Yes, I have once again forgotten about the sails, so I did it the slow way. But hey, it's kind of fun to attend to the farm, you know? I even expanded the animal farm. Before nighttime, I rowed back. And just look at this mess that I've caused. My goodness. In the morning, I spent some time moving out of the longhouse because of, you know, what happened. And I chose to live in a simple small house at the beach. Okay, I don't enjoy doing this during my playthroughs, but I kinda have to. I needed paper, but I don't think I will find paper in this world, at least not in a legit way. So, I added an extra mod where I can get paper from regular wood. I hope you guys are okay with that. So, I just took some of the wood pile outside and made the paper. It is time for me to learn some stuff, and the first thing that I learned was leadership. My main goal is to learn how to make my own NPCs and build a personal army. I was back in the spawn village the next day to gather more wool, and I also gave an enchantment to my Viking axe. And would you look at me, I finally remembered the sails. Most of the next day was learning more things. Who knew a Viking like me would educate myself so much? Also, I took off all of my diamond armor and put on a full wool armor. I look so bad. It looks like I'm crying. Perhaps I am crying. I mean, this cold is very annoying. But yeah, I am still getting hypothermia, even when I look so ugly. And look at this, I was in such a horrible situation. I had hypothermia, so I was losing health. I was thirsty, and I was losing even more health. I was attacked by monsters. I barely had any food or anything else to warm me. It's almost unbelievable that I survived. There are certain things that I would like to craft to heat myself, but I need a magma shards. And I don't think I would survive going to the bottom of the ocean to find them. Either the cold would get me or the sharks. But just out of curiosity, I wanted to check something out. And apparently the bonfires outside of the burned down longhouse had magma blocks.
Magma shards! Oh my goodness! I didn't know! Oh, I can survive the winter now. I know how to survive the winter.
That was such a nice surprise. That means I can craft something called liners that I will apply to my armor to heat it up. There's just some items that I need for the recipe, and one of them was slime balls. So in the morning I went back to the spawn village once more to collect the slimes that I collected on the first day. Then I put all of these things together and crafted my liners and applied them to my diamond chest and legging. But still, it seems like at least during the night time that I was not warm enough. Also, these rats are a pain.
The mouse just broke a hole. Are you joking me? It made a mouse hole.
I did it again. I managed to burn down my house. I should not be allowed to use fire. I don't respect it enough. At least this time I managed to stop it, but the house looks really ugly. Okay, so basically, all the villagers here have told me to leave before the entire village is nothing but ashes. Fine by me. Remember, I still intend to conquer Norway. I climbed the mountains in search of other villages and other secrets. And I found a new structure up here. Not sure what this is all about. There's plenty of Vikings here, but it doesn't look like there's any good loot or any reason for me to stay and keep fighting. So you know what? I just ignored them and I kept moving forward. And I saw a tower at the peak of one of the mountains. And there was a monster there. Is that a frost giant from Jotunheim? What is he protecting? I don't know, but what I do know, I'm not getting close to that guy. And I killed him from a distance. And once that was done, I entered the watchtower. This tower was falling apart. What has happened here? When I reached the top, there was a single guy up there, trying to fistfight me. What is up with these guys wanting to fistfight? So I just knocked him out, and look at all the great loot he was protecting. Now I get why he was so aggressive. It was nighttime again, and I had to find shelter. Then I saw a light source inside the mountain, and I made my way over to it. It turns out there was a secret cave hidden behind this waterfall, and there were a berserker living here. I had no other options but killing him and resting in his lair.
This is a really gamer moment. Like a hidden spot under a waterfall? What a gamer moment.
I found a book and it told me everything.
My beloved, no one can have you, not even the god. You are mine, mine.
Apparently, this guy here have escaped to this place and brought his dead wife with him. What a screwed up person. In the morning I left the crazy dead man's cave and I came upon a new village. But before going down to it, I wanted to check out this rock tower thing. There were no paths up, so I had to make it myself.
Are you friendly? Who are you? Who are you and what you're doing up here? What is the meaning of this? What are you holding? Are you holding a skull? You're holding a skull. Tell me I climbed all the way up here for no reason? I won't have that. You survived?
Okay, that was a huge waste of my time. But yeah, I got myself down and I started my raid. I entered a meeting house. No idea what the meeting was about.
Are you guys praying to the old gods?
But they were harmless, so I let them be, and killed other aggressive Vikings around. It was full chaos, as they have never seen or experienced a Viking like myself. And after a good day of killing, I took shelter in an ale brewing house and gave myself a well-deserved rest. I have brought darkness and death upon this village. The old gods were cheering for me and my axe. And before midnight, nearly all of the warriors here were dead. It is a nice bright morning and I went ahead to finish my raid by killing the last survivors. This building here was very well defended, as this was the house of the Jarl. Who is the Jarl? Does it even matter? No, because he will be dead and forgotten. These Vikings decided to hold their grounds inside, and I'm not going to risk my life by going in there. So you know what? I'm gonna burn these guys alive. Now this is how you plunder a village. This is the most Viking thing I've done so far. So much screaming, and the Jarl came running out while being on fire. We fought, or more accurately, I played around until he died. There was just one single survivor left in there, and I'm so happy for that, because he was an awesome trader.
I can buy a backpack of him. That's what I wanted. Oh, he must not die. She can die. She did die.
Now that I have bought 2 backpacks, I can store more than double the amount of items as I could previously. It took a while, but this is something that I have wanted for a very long time. This village, this Norwegian village, is defeated. I decided to ignore the boat as I imagined there wouldn't be anything good aboard, so I left in search of something else to plunder. And I came over a new longhouse, or maybe this was a ritual house? They were all aware of me, but they didn't go out. So I just started shooting arrows through a hole that I made, and it was working, but it was going very slowly. So you know what, I'll just do what I did last time, and I started burning down the entire building. Most of them sadly managed to get out of there alive, and I had to fight them face to face. You guys know me? I fought well and bravely, like my ancestors in Valhalla. It was around sunset where I thought I have killed all of the Vikings here. So I went inside to see my plunder. Aha, this makes so much sense. Here's where they make the potion that makes all the berserker go so crazy. I thought all of them were dead, but suddenly a crazy Viking spawned very unpredictably, and I was caught off guard. Miraculously, I escaped the building, but it was not looking good, and I died. That wasn't fair, okay? They can't just spawn like that. This did not count. I did not die after all. So I just jumped on my horse and got myself far away from there. I was back in the Robert village, or I guess it's called Kim village now. And I don't know what I did that day. Probably just learn new things. I am nearly ready to make my own warriors. I just have to return to the wall and pick up that food bundle we found. So I did that and returned back to the village again. Just look how ugly this house of mine looked. That is a day one type of house. Then I just continued doing boring stuff, like figuring out how to actually make the NPCs. I was planning to leave this place for good, but I really needed a large backpack so that I can bring with me all of my items. I have many armors and weapons that I would like to give to my upcoming warriors. So I was going to make my backpack. I have learned all the recipes and everything, but it didn't work. And I was really confused. But after a while I realized that I have to craft it on a specific crafting bench, not the vanilla one. I had all of the materials that I needed, so I crafted a new bench and tried doing it there. Okay, so it turns out I haven't learned enough and I have to do more research. So today I learned fishing and trading, and I spent most of the day just running around the village trying to find all the items that I needed. I'm sorry for having so many boring days, but it's worth it in the end, I promise. But I could still not make my new backpack. But this was for a dumb reason. You see, the recipe for the backpack wanted white wool, and I only had black wool on me. I just assumed that didn't matter, but apparently it did. But look at this big brain move of mine. I turned the black wool into strings, and then I made the strings back into white wool. And it worked! Now I have crafted 2 large backpacks, and I'm ready to go. So before going to sleep, I just sorted out my items. Before officially leaving, we're gonna finish what I started and burn this village to the ground. And hey! Some really good news. Today should be the first day of spring. That means moving forward it's going to be less and less cold, and hypothermia won't be as common. I decided to revisit that sword building up in the mountains. There's something horrible going on there. I entered to get a closer look. This place was a huge library. So many books. Then I went deeper, and that was the worst thing I could have done. So many Vikings came charging and I went into panic mode. And of course, they got me good. And then I did something even worse. Okay, so it's no secret that I have cheated death many times already, and I just made some excuses, but considering you're still watching, I don't think you're angry with me for cheating death so many times. But when I was collecting my items in creative mode, I managed to delete my entire inventory. So I spent countless of minutes just getting all of my items back, and I did not add more or less of anything. I had the exact same items again. The only thing that is different is that I don't have my enchantments. That could be my punishment. I lost my enchantments. So after everything was sorted back to normal, I ran away from that place for good, and I happened to end up in the capital city of Norway. I will attack them later once I have built my army of Vikings. It's a new day and I'm still out here, but I found a small farm near the river. I killed a Viking guy living here and I took shelter to figure out my next move. Once the weather was clear, I went out there to investigate what else I might find. And look at this place that I found. I have found the gate to Jotunheim, protected by 2 frost giants. These frost giants are very easy to kill with my bow. I am sure they are extremely dangerous once we get up close. But I killed the first giant and then the other one came down and I killed it too. There it is, the gate to Jotunheim. It looked really cool and I entered it.
Look at all the diamonds. Just for me. Look at all the diamonds. Aha! Woohoo! Hee hee! A lot of good stuff.
That was really awesome. I got a lot of good things from here. The next day I wanted to get a closer look at the capital city. And just for fun I just killed a few that I saw on a boat. I also assumed that there wouldn't be too many Viking soldiers here on the farm side of the city, but I was dead wrong. There were plenty of Vikings willing to kill me, and before I knew I was in a battle against a tiny angry army. I actually ended up killing most of them, but I didn't feel like fighting those guys any longer, because not too far away from here was another small village that I could raid and plunder. As usual, I fought well and killed many. There was a lot of killing. I haven't killed so many in a long time, but there were too many Vikings here and the sun was going down. And to be honest, I was a bit too confident, and I decided to keep fighting, even when it got dark and hundreds of mobs started spawning. It was complete chaos. This battle will forever be known as the Long Night. It was really fun because the mobs tried having the Vikings here killed too, so there were multiple factions fighting, but I should have called quits. I had hypothermia, I got the plague from the rats, and my health wouldn't heal because of that. I tried to get to safety, but I died of hypothermia. Wait, I landed on something warm, and that healed me up. So I jumped right back on my horse and ran away. The rats did not like that and chased me down.
I'm being chased by rats. Oh my goodness. I hate these rats.
I still had a plague the next day, but I returned to the village where we had a battle. I mean, it can't be many survivors. Turns out there was actually a few. To keep it short, I killed all of them, or most of them. But it took some time, and the village wasn't mine before sunset. And before going to sleep, I did some plundering.
Okay, nothing of worth in here, besides the ladies, of course.
Things are about to change around here, because I finally crafted my first NPC, and I went outside to let him loose. Look at this guy, that is my guy, my own personal guy. I must admit that I'm not sure how he works or how I can command him and stuff, but I gave him the name Björn, and I also gave him some of my greatest items. Look at him, look at my diamond warrior here. What is he doing though? He doesn't seem to be very smart. Who is he fighting? Is he fighting the cold? What's going on here? I kept getting hypothermia in that village. I think there was too much snow around me. So today I want to go somewhere else and find something new.
Look at that wild horse. A dog! You guys see that? I saw a dog. Here it is. Oh, he loves me.
I have always hoped to find more wolves, because I'm still sad that all of my previous ones got murdered. Just a few seconds later, I found more.
Another dog. Oh my goodness. This is dog paradise.
Would you look at that? I have 5 wolves now. That means I already have a small army of dogs and a single soldier. In the same forest, I also found a hut or tavern. I guess it was an exclusive bar as the Vikings here tried to chase me off. Let us just say that my wolves don't like it when I'm being disrespected. So we entered the Cruppet hut and killed all of the guys in there who wanted trouble. The hut lost many customers, but gained even more. There was a trader here that sold meat, and me and my wolves are very hungry, so I bought all of it. I went deeper into the forest the next day, and I came upon a lumberjack or something. But these guys here seemed more focused on me than chopping wood. They all died rather quickly thanks to my wolves. Suddenly though, a guy on a polar bear came out of nowhere. To combat this bear, I released my own Björn, and he got that other guy good, sliced him right off. I continued moving forward and came over another structure or fortress. This was a very tall and well defended building, even had a wall going around it. There was another polar bear guy, but he was busy fighting some mobs. I started my attack and let my arrows loose. More guys and polar bears appeared, but they all went down quickly. This battle lasted for a while as I killed them off one by one. It was around sunset when I broke down the wall and entered. They didn't like that, and the battle rages on until all of the bad guys outside were dead. Before going in there, I'm gonna need some backup. So I brought out Björn. The battle was a complete mess, and I had no understanding of what was actually going on. More and more Vikings spawned, and someone kept closing the main door. Eventually my shield even broke, and I cannot fight without that. So I just ran in circles, hoping my army would do my bidding. Sometime later that night, I crafted a new diamond shield and entered the building again. I hate how these guys spawn. The entire room was empty upstairs. Then suddenly a berserker just spawned right in my face and killed me. That is stupid, okay? That is so stupid. It is a new day and I'm back alive, ready to get my revenge. Not only for what happened to me, but also for Björn. I haven't seen him since he entered, and I can only assume that he died in action. I just hope that he received a proper Viking death with an axe in his hand. To keep it short for today, me and my wolves killed the rest in the fortress and plundered everything we found. I even knocked off the guys on the roof.
Come on, fight me. This is Sparta.
Wait a minute. These guys aren't Vikings. These are some Swedish Vikings or Saxons or something. Ooh, makes me angry. It doesn't really matter who they are. The only thing that matters is that everyone who opposes me and the old gods shall die. You already know what I'm about to do, and you know what has to be done. I must raid and plunder this entire village. So I started my new raid and attacked them. There were no shortage of Vikings to kill. The battle was legendary, and they all died with a smile in their face. But the battle took me out of the village and near something else. This looks like a huge graveyard. A really ugly guy came out of there to get me. I mean, did he honestly expect this to go any other way? I went to get a closer look at the graveyard, and something new appeared.
Oh my goodness, what is going on?
That is one of our gods. This must be Hel or Hela, the goddess of death herself. I wish I could have said it was hard, but it wasn't, and I killed her very easily. There were another person down there.
She's holding a totem. Totem of undying. I want that. Give it to me. Oh, she used it. Oh my god, I'm so dumb.
I don't know what I was thinking with that approach. Okay, so it is a new day and my raid continued, and I was deeper into the village. I was actually right outside of the main stronghold, a super large palace. It was much bigger than Robert's longhouse, and I wanted it. But don't you guys worry, I don't intend to burn it up. But the battle rages on and I fought until nighttime. I have fed my wolves whenever I can, and just look how much they have reproduced. This is awesome. The wolf gang is back stronger than ever. We broke our way into the strongholds and killed everyone on the outside. No time to waste, and we broke our way into the main building too. I would like to play it safe, so I sent my wolves in there to do my dirty work while I watched.
The people with books here. Help me. There's people with books.
But things went south, and one of my wolves died.
He killed one of my wolves.
I cannot accept that.
How are we doing, guys?
I am so grateful for my wolves. I can't imagine myself doing this by myself. No freaking way. I will give them so much food afterwards. These wolves are the best.
Oh my god, this is insane. Nice wolves. You guys are doing a fine job. I'm so grateful for you. No! No! My goodness, you guys have done an amazing job. I'm sorry you lost some of your babies. That was very sad.
Not much more to share besides that we went deeper into the palace and cleared each room as we went. It is a new day and the first floor is cleared out. No more Vikings. So we started heading upwards to the Jarl and his last soldiers. Honestly, I cannot believe how many people were here. There must have been more than 50 Vikings inside this palace alone. And when I reached the top floor, there were many Vikings coming for me and I went into panic mode once more. And we all ended up falling down to the very first floor and I had 4 or 5 guys cornering me. So I crawled into one of the bedrooms and I counted my wolves there, and sadly we have lost a couple. The Jarl or whoever killed many of my wolves. So before going to sleep, we're gonna get our revenge and kill the Jarl.
We're grieving here. Why are you attacking us? We lost so many. There he is.
We have done it, and I am the new Jarl here, and this stronghold is mine. And look at all of the nice plunder. All of this will come in handy tomorrow. I wanted to become stronger and more powerful than ever, so I crafted myself more NPCs, 8 warriors I believe, and I had all of my NPCs lined up in the feast hall. As you have seen, there's a ton of weapons and armors in this stronghold, and I'm very happy about that. So I spent most of the day just giving these guys some good armors and weapons. Okay, there are still some Saxons left in this village. Let's see what my guys can do.
Alright, my warriors! Hell yeah! We march to victory! We're the first enemy. Big mistake. Alright, everyone follow me up the tower. Follow me. Go, 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 go. How are we doing?
Everything was going extremely well. Well, besides that one incident, there was a conflict between some of my wolves and an archer. They wanted each other dead. But don't you guys worry, I sorted that out, no one died, luckily. And hey, there's a great supermarket here. One guy even sold potions, and I made myself invisible. Not sure why. I don't know if these works with armors on. Another trader here sold meat too. I honestly love this village so much. Absolutely love it. It has everything that I need. But let us jump to the next day, as today I just did some plundering and exploring. We are on day 72 already, and my time is nearly up. So I left this awesome village to find more things and prepare myself for the final attack against the capital city. Me and the guys climbed up the mountains and we found another wall. A huge long wall with plenty of Vikings. I started my attack and we have a new battle on our hands. I walked down and let my dogs do their thing. but they seemed to struggle somewhat and even the wolves died. So I deployed my warriors.
We need reinforcements. Help me. Warriors. Come on. Hell yeah. It's a bloody war.
It was a bloody and violent battle, very chaotic. I can't even tell what's actually happening, but I think we're doing well. Until it didn't. I was losing soldiers, and I was losing them fast. And sadly, it didn't take long before my final warrior died.
No, we lost him.
And I only had a single archer left. It was getting dark, so me and my wolves took shelter at the top of the wall. And of course the Viking followed us up here, and we had our last fight before bedtime. It's a new day, and I am not happy. We kinda won last night, but man, I lost my entire army and probably half of my wolves. That is no victory in my eyes, but I'm still going to finish what I started and kill everyone on the wall. There's not much more to say. My wolves and I fought bravely until nighttime. And the next day we finished the fight. We entered the barracks and even killed the warden, or whatever that guy in charge is called. The wall has fallen, but what did it cost me? It cost me everything. But hey, what is beyond it? I wanted to find out. And I found a huge camp of Englishmen. The first Englishmen we found and killed were just some scouts. But now the Englishmen have brought their entire army to my shore. If I had more than 100 days to play, I would have gone to England myself and killed Sean. Also, I could need some more meat for my doggos. But yeah, fighting these guys went very well until I received a plague from a rat and died because of that. Ah, these Christians, unbelievable. You know what? I bet those rats came from them. But of course, I survived and I continued raiding this camp. In the morning, me and my wolves went for the final tent. It was a large one. Killing the general here will surely send a message. There were a ton of Christians, but nothing gives me more pleasure than hearing them scream and take their final breath. The Englishmen were defeated. And I wanted to make sure there were no other tents here. So I looked around, and do you know what I found? A village! Our English village. The Englishmen have built their own freaking village here in Norway, with churches and everything. I can't. I simply can't. I only did some scouting yesterday, but today I kill. All of these Christians shall die. It was still just me and my wolves, but don't you guys worry, we will make a new army of warriors. So we kept on fighting and we entered the church. I went straight for the bishop. Once he died, I walked inside and killed everyone inside the church.
Kill them all. Kill them all. Ah. Come on, let's kill the Christians.
As I expected, my gods defeated theirs, and all of the Christians were dead. To add a final nail in the coffin, I burned down this entire building. Odin is with us.
Look at our masterpiece. Look at what we have achieved.
Just to be clear, I don't actually want to kill Christians. I'm just playing into my Viking role, you know? So, if you're a Christian, good for you. I don't want to kill you, I'm just role-playing. Okay. So the next day, I entered a hotel in this village. A very nice English hotel. I could even buy a ton of meat here for my dogs. The people were very polite, but there was something else that was not nice. I found a military base here, and of course, I attacked it. I killed all of the archers and went inside. It was already night, but I kept on fighting, at least for a while until I found some beds here. The battle resumed the next day. I might have died at some point, but that is not important. I killed them all and burned this place. You guys know what? We should finally be in early summer now. I am so relieved. That means I shouldn't get hypothermia unless I stay outside during the nights. There's only 20 more days for me to play, so me and my wolves left this place and climbed the mountains again to find the last village to raid and plunder before we move on to the capital. The next day we arrived in the strangest village so far. This was a Viking village, but there was a single English camp here. I am so tired of those people. But I didn't really advance into the village before the next day. And also, just look at how many dogs I have now. They have reproduced a lot over the past few days. I was really worried that I would lose them all after attacking the wall. But we are back in business. The Vikings here though, were not happy about our arrival and attacked us head on. Just take a look at all of these buildings here. You guys think the Vikings and the Christians have had a battle here previously? Sure looks like it. And if there were a battle, the Viking must have won. I mean, just look how many there are of them. Before going to sleep, I saw something horrifying.
What is that?
I waited until morning before I investigated. There was a huge Viking temple called the Temple of Tyr. Tyr is one of our gods, and he was here. He is a god of war, and he must have descended down to Midgard due to the Christians' arrival. I must stop him before he tramples the entire land. I cannot be a king if there's no people left to rule.
Look at that guy. Go, my dogs. Let's take him out. We got him. Yes. Use bite. Use bite.
Okay, come on, Kim. You're a Viking, not a Pokemon trainer. Eventually, my dog pushed Tyr off the cliff, and the worst thing were about to happen.
No! Oh, he's not dead. No, 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 no. My dogs. You're gonna die. Oh my goodness. Sharks after me. Oh no. No, 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 no. I gotta get out of here. Out of the water with us. Come, dogs. Wolf. No, 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 no. Tyr is killing all my dogs. He keeps killing them. He keeps killing them. No. Stop killing my dogs. Please. I want to die.
Tyr is dead, but I gotta ask myself the same question again. At what cost? I have lost around 20 wolves. 20 wolves now are dead due to Tyr and some sharks. At least I didn't lose all of my dogs. My fighting spirit is still strong. So I went into the longhouse, and as I entered, Vikings came for me. I tried luring as many out as I could, as I refused to fight them inside a tight room like these, and I continued doing this for the rest of the day. The next day, I went inside. There's a lot of great items in here. Bunch of armors and swords. These things here would be very useful for my final raid. There were still some more Vikings on the floors above me. And I did the one thing that I said I wouldn't do. I fought in a very tight spot and got sandwiched by Vikings. I gave this raid a second attempt, and it went well for the most part. Then a Viking in full diamond armor came for me. I have never seen that before.
That is not good. Oh, he's coming. He's still coming. Look at that guy. Look at him wearing diamonds. Never seen that before. And this was a difficult place.
He got me in one blow. One freaking blow. I had full diamond armor and full health. How was that possible? As I got back on my feet, I noticed that some of my dogs have died. And I was missing many of them. But then I saw. My dogs have pushed the diamond Viking guy down a cliff. My goodness, I'm already getting flashbacks. I tried running away so that my wolves would teleport to me, but...
No! He's killing all of my dogs.
I really tried saving my wolves. I shot at him, but it didn't work, so I went down there and tried different things. But that guy was unkillable. Then another wolf of mine died. This is not good. This is not good at all. And after a horrible night of trying to survive from the Vikings and the monsters, I was left with 3 wolves in total. There's only about 10 days before my final raid, and I basically have nothing to fight with now. I call quits. I must abandon this place and prepare myself for the final raid. Just out of bitterness, I burned down this longhouse. Then a freaking Viking came and killed my wolf. Are you joking me? Let us just get out of here now. I can't fight for what I've lost, but I must save what I have. I returned to that small village near the capital city. We are on day 88 now, and I must act efficiently and prepare myself for the final raid. I bought all of the food that I could from the trader here and cooked it. The wolves that survived have been placed inside one of the buildings. I'm gonna keep them locked up in here. I won't allow these guys to die too, and I will make sure to feed them every day, so that they will have babies and their babies will have babies. The same day I crafted more warriors with the resources that I had. And in the morning I lined them all up outside and made them combat ready. The next day I found one of my wolves outside. Have this one escaped? Or is this a wolf that I have abandoned without knowing? Anyways, I brought it in with the rest of my wolves. I needed more armors and weapons and stuff, so I traveled alone back to the great village with the stronghold that I defeated. I also wanted to have as many warriors as possible, so I searched for multiple items there. I returned to my wolves and my little war camp, I guess. This is great, the wolves have already increased their numbers. Then I just continued searching for things for the rest of the day. I was even back in the English village. And guess what? I found another wolf that I had left behind inside the English hotel. So we just booked a room together and slept here. First thing that I did today was feeding my wolves. Only 8 days left now. With everything that I've collected over the past few days, I can make more food bundles to craft even more warriors. And that is what I did in the morning. I crafted more NPCs, then I gave these guys some good things. I am doing other things as well, but it's really boring, mostly inventory stuff. I currently have right below 20 warriors now, and I used all of my best resources to craft better weapons and armors for them. I mean, just look at that one guy. He's one-handing that axe. That shouldn't be possible. What a strong man. I'm not sure how many wolves I have, but there's definitely more than 2. I needed some cow meat to build even more warriors, so today I went down to the farming village right next to me. There's many Vikings here. so I must be careful. I just had to find out if this village even had cows, and I found some at the very edge. A few Vikings came for me, but I killed them. Then I made a hole into the cow shed. Let us just say, these Vikings are very protective over their animals, but I killed those guys too. I don't have time to start farming these cows, so I just killed them right there and then. I got the meat. Then I returned back to my work camp and made more warriors. Okay, I have the cow meat, but now I'm out of apples, and I can't go around searching for that. There's not enough time. I have also crafted something called combat order, and I have picked up something called a commander stick or something. I tried to understand how these things worked, but honestly, I was, and I'm still clueless. Day 97, my guys, can you believe it? I fed my wolves for the last time and brought them all out. We needed some warm-up, I think. Honestly, I'm not too sure why I attacked, but we raided this village below us. But luckily, I have no bad news to give you. This was going very well and we lost no one. One of these buildings had a lot of good things, and it looks similar to the last building we tried raiding. But you know what? I won't take my chances here again. But we kept raiding and killing. Killed all of the Vikings inside this tavern. Today is war day. We are going to war. We are officially about to raid and plunder the capital city of Norway. For obvious reasons, I did not want to attack from the water side, so me and my army, we went around. We traveled up the river stream and up the mountains behind. I even got a good view over this city. Once this city has fallen, I will become the new ruler, the King of Norway. There were a couple of small houses right outside the walls, and since I had a plague again, I decided to clear out the Vikings here and wait for my body to recover.
Alright, there we go to attack. Day 99. Come, my soldiers. To Valhalla! To Valhalla! To Valhalla! To Valhalla! Oh my goodness. What in the world is actually happening? Burn! Burn it! To Valhalla! Come on, come on. Oh no, they're all running into the fire. I will make a path for us. I will make a path for us. Get in, get in. Get in the city. Alright, so far so good. I'm somehow losing health. Oh my goodness. That was a full war. Protect your leader. Are we winning?
It's day 100, the last day of my journey. I won't lie, I did die yesterday and I lost all of my warriors. So it's just me and my wolves, and we will finish the job. There's so much good loot to find here in this village, but I cannot think about that. There's still a few Vikings left in this village, so you know what? I will just burn this place up, find the jaw of whoever is rules here and have him killed.
Oh, they're all burning.
And I did. He died off screen actually by one of my wolves. But that's it! 100 days as a Viking and the capital city has fallen and I have become the new king of Norway. I do have to rebuild and do some remodeling after what I've done, but I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. It was a lot of fun and I hope you guys can leave a like for me, and a huge shout out to my Patreon supporters. Thank you guys so much. And if you want to download this map with all the structures, it's available on my Patreon as a thank you for supporting me even more. See you next time.